Hello, everyone, and good morning to you, because it is morning here in the Shire, here in Middle Earth, daytime morning. So once again, we've talked about maybe we're working past that confirmation bias that we always think we're logging in at nighttime. This is Gnomadan here. Say hello to everyone, Gnomadan. Good boy. And before we go any further, I am going to log out right quick and make sure that everything is actually being recorded, including the sound effects. So I will be right back. And the answer to that question be yes, they are being recorded. So good to know. So we are here. We are at Adzo's camp. We are standing right over here beside Geetha Laney. And she had just sent us into the old forest to go and kill Yellowfang to earn our level 15 quest and to get this wonderful, well, I would say bear head helmet that we got here, but looking at it, it could also be a ferret. Not really sure about that. But we've got that. We are going to head on into, let's see, provisioner. What was I doing for you? Supplies and demands.
Greetings, friend.
You will find that the brigands around southern Bree fields might carry workers' tools and coin purses. Yeah, I think those are the level 16 and 17 quests. So I've gone through my quest list here. And the ones that we have that are currently level appropriate are all level 14. I think these are level 14s over here. And one of them is Talk to the Smiths of Bree, Neekers in the Marshes. The biggest one that's the closest, collect the notes and return them to Chief Watcher Grimbrier, the Rogues Gallery. And we did find a brigand's note. Let's see, did we actually, brigand leaders in camp wants you to deal a significant blow to the brigand's leadership, provided information and location of the brigand leader responsible, asks you to strike a blow against the brigands and obtain any information you can from the leader. We'll do that. I believe he is right inside one of these hollows. As it said, he is just to the west of where Grimbrier's lodge is, Grimbrier's home, his cabin that he's staying at. So we will go and see what we can do about taking down that leader. Hope y'all been having a good one. I have been dealing with vacation. I took a week off and the wife and I flew to Canada to visit the in-laws, my in-laws. But I don't refer to them as in-laws because I love them as much as I love my own family. They are some good people up there. Had some great time with the kids. They've got a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old. And let me tell you what, when you're the uncle who plays video games and you know how to play Minecraft and you know what's going on in Fortnite, and you'll sit there and watch them play Roblox and join in with them to build stuff and to kill creepers and all stuff like that, you get a hell of a lot of street cred, let me tell you what. So yeah, I got to play the part of favorite uncle all weekend, and had a great time doing it. So my time away from here has been fun. We've also, of course, spent a good deal amount of time dealing with the Harvest Festival and the Halloween stuff going on. Because of taking that week off, I didn't get to spend as much time as I wanted to doing it, but we still got to spend sufficient time. There's the Southern Leader. Collect the notes and return them to Chief Watcher Grimbrier. So we're going to take that on now. We can see if we can get through here. I know we can take on more people than just the leader, but we're trying not to. Got a tattered pack there as well. An abandoned traveling pack. Alright. Let's target the leader. Let's throw down one of our traps. I've had some advice about changing my skill tree. I'm currently in blue, and they said to change to red or yellow, I think, for the different kind of stuff. One of them allows you to to fire while moving, and the other one gives you a lot more ability to... One of them lets you fire while moving, the other one gives you more ability to, like, lay down traps faster and that sort of stuff, and maybe lay down traps in combat. So we're definitely going to take a look at that. I have not forgotten it. It's just a situation where I've been busy doing other things. So we'll take a look at it. Let's head on over the bridge. I don't feel like getting my feet wet and taking a risk of shrinking my brand new helmet here. It is such a pretty one. I wonder what we got on our tail. Probably that splinter tusk that we passed by. But we are going to go to Chief Watcher Grimbrier. Before we actually talk to him, we will pull up and take a look at that notes and see if the notes actually give us anything. So let's see here. The notes, yes, there we go. Sharky has ordered that we all immediately step up our activities around Bree. No traders must move without paying off our people, and all farmers must give all the food we need. Forget about guards and garrisons. They are nothing to us anymore. Let the constables huddle in Bree and Archet so long as we own the roads and fields. Andrath is already ours. We will soon have all the land between here and our encampment at Brigand's Watch. Soon we will have all of Breeland in flames. And there's one more thing. The boss is interested in some hobbit named Baggins. Certain writers have been sniffing around, asking for that name, and you should look out for it too. If you find any hobbit named Baggins, let me know at once. Okay, was that the one? I don't see anything else here, so we've collected the notes. Let's return them to the Chief Watcher and see what he has to say about the plans of the Southerners.
Greetings.
We have them now. This information proves that this Sharky fellow is intent on establishing a strong foothold here in Breeland. It also tells us of our largest encampment outside of the Vale of Andrath, at a place west of here that they call the Brigand's Watch. The brigand captain there posts his orders out to his lieutenants to come directly from Sharky. If we can get those notes...
Stay a moment.
Did we level or anything? I can't tell. Something happened? Fidelity virtue or something went on over here. So let's see what kind of things popped up. Lotro points granted. So we've gotten 15 Lotro points. Nice. Deed completed. What deed? Breeland Adventurer. Final. So because of that, what was it? How many? 45 quests here in Bree. We got 15 Lotro points. 30 marks. We got 4,000 virtue experience. Wow. And increased reputation with the men of Bree. And what is the one that we got bestowed on us? Deeds of Breeland, 1 of 3, which is complete Breeland Adventurer, which we did, final, which we did. Then we have to complete the Explorer Breeland, and the complete the Slayer of Breeland. Lovely. Explorer, I believe, is the one where we have to go in and find. There's Slayer, which is 1 of 8. And the Slayer is the Brigands. We also had to find the Barghest, the Huorns, whole bunch of killing stuff. And which one is it? The Ruins of Breeland? Is that the other one we have to do? Let's see. Explorer of Breeland, which we apparently have not opened up yet. Alright, we'll have to see that whenever we come across something particularly to Breeland that we get to click on. Apparently none of the things that we've discovered or clicked on yet is explicit to Breeland. Unique to Breeland, rather. Another little swig of coffee. Sharky's plan. With your help, we draw ever closer to shuffling out this upstart Sharky. We are closing in more and more on his location and the size of his force. We know now that the Brigand's Watch to the west of here, out in the foothills of Breeland, is a staging ground for future assaults. The Brigand's captain hands out orders from Sharky himself to his lieutenants. Likely they are kept somewhere safe, a lockbox, or even on his person. We need those orders. Head to the Brigand's Watch and get those orders. Alright, search out the brigand captain's tent. It's a level 15 solo. It will give us Ceradan shoulder guards and lesser Athelas essences. Why do we get Sheridan's shoulder guards for doing stuff here with... And that's going to give us the stained letter. The stained letter. Why are we getting things from Ceradan for doing stuff for Grimbrier when Grimbrier says that he does not like or trust the Rangers and will not ally with them because of that? That he believes that the men of Bree can take care of their own business. It's weird that we would be getting stuff from the rewards would be coming from Ceradan in this instance, in this particular case. We're just going to see if we can keep right on moving. We should be able to outrun them. That's the situation you get to once again, where it took me the longest time to get used to that, because that's because of not being the way it worked in EverQuest, you know? The fact that mobs always ran faster than you in EverQuest, unless you had some kind of a speed buff on. Coming in from that back into this, where you could always outrun the mobs, and all you had to do is just outdistance them for a little while, and they'd give up and quit chasing you. It gave me such fits. Alright, Brigand's Watch, I think, is this first one here. This is the one we're going to have to kind of fight our way up to the top. We've done it on... I know we've done it on Gnarlo, where she might have used Elf Sneak to come up. And I know that Gnarlo used his ability as a burglar to get all the way up to the top. Let's see, we're going to take out the lookout first. The other one will come and run and get in the trap. Alright, and now you. Once again, you use your skills appropriately, and it's not an issue. It's just remembering to use your skills appropriately. If you're going to fight things as a burglar, fight them as a burglar. You're going to fight things as a hunter, you fight them as a hunter. Like, let's increase some focus. Let's pin him to the ground. Hit him with the penetrating shot and the bleeding shot and all, and see how much damage we can do. There we go. He dies like Boromir, with arrows sticking out of his chest. Well. Here, I was thinking I was going to be able to do that, but you're going to keep right on coming down, aren't you? See if we can lay this down right quick. Yep, we can. And down you go. Okay. Now, we know that the leader is right up there in that place where she's going. So I'll let her do her thing. I'm going to go ahead and take out this outlaw on the outside here. Get some more focus. Pin her to the ground. And see if we can go ahead and take her out here. There we go. And she never even got a chance to bother with us. Now, she's doing her loop. Let her move on back out of here. Once she's clear, we will go on in. And I think hug this wall. There we go. We should be able to pull him to the side. And possibly without drawing that outlaw, although I'm not 100% about that. So I will anticipate whichever one comes. Let's see. Fire. Nope. I was not 100% about that, and that's a good thing. Let's get away from those caltrops there. I don't need that adding to my damage. Very good, very good. Let's go get whatever we need out of this chest right quick before he respawns. Excellent. There's our stained letter. And we will now make our way back out of here. And I think we're going to do that by returning to the Prancing Pony. Yep, there we go. Let's see if we can return to the Prancing Pony, and then we will turn back to Greenbrier. I'll do a little selling there of my loot while I'm at it, and we'll see y'all when we get back to the captain. I'm in here in the Prancing Pony talking to Barlaman, and we managed to sell off all the loot that we gathered, except for a couple of pieces I'm actually going to equip. Like there's a pair of gloves that are better than the ones that we're having, better than catch poles. But talking to Barlaman while we're doing that, there's a forward here, an unwanted guest.
There's so much to do.
And it's right there with us. It's a level 15 solo. So let's go ahead and take a listen to that. So many people coming and going these days. There's one guest, though, one I'd rather do without, but coin keeps a room, and he comes with coin enough to pay a bill. Brooding sort, likes the darker corners of the inn and speaks to none. Most people are a bit scared of his ilk. Barlaman lowers his voice. He's one of them rangers, he is. Calls himself Strider. From the common room, turn left down the hall. Keep on until you can only go right. Follow straight down that hall until you're at the foot of the stairs. Strider is in the room to the right of the stairs. All right, we will take that one on, and we will see what we can do about the forward here. As always know, I don't know if a forward comes before an introduction or what, you know? Let's see. Just making sure. I think it's this one. Keep on going until you get to the thing. To the foot of the stairs, and then that should be Strider's room, I think. Yep. Let's go in and talk to Strider. I dare not tarry here for long. Strider, played by Liam Neeson. Forward, an unwanted guest.
Your tidings are grim.
While the Blackwolves have been broken, Amdir's escape bodes ill. He must be stopped before it is too late.
There is little time to waste.
Alright, so he's got Book 1, Chapter 1, Unraveling the Thread.
There is little time to waste.
And we are still working on the prologue, Chasing Amdir. So we will finish up with the prologue before we come back here and talk to Strider. So, good to meet you, man. Good to see you. Glad you're doing well since the last time we saw you. Which I believe was whenever we were being held captive by the Southerners here. And the whole battle, we saw you in Archit. You were helping us try and get Amdir in a better state of mind, trying to cure him up from his problems, and delaying your trip to go take care of the hobbits. So we will, it looks like you're doing well. Perhaps you've found the people you were looking for, and perhaps you are ready to help the people of Bree again. We'll see. Meantime, we're going to travel over to Grimbriers. Once we get there, we're going to read. Well, tell you what, let's go ahead and read it while we're doing this. Which one is it? It is that one, I think. The Stained Letter. As you know, we've had some problems getting enough men to accomplish Sharky's plans for Breland and the Shire. All of Sharky's best, you and me excepted, are occupied in the south. What we got here ain't quite strong enough to take on the townsfolk straightforward. Fortunately, we've been given an opportunity. Orcs have come as far south as the Greenway even. My friends say Sharky ain't on the best terms with them up in the north, but some of the orcs we come south into Breland have been cut off. There's orcs down here might be convinced to join us. Of course, Sharky knows how to deal with orcs. And sounds from the north are no doubt in a bad way, since they can't even get any new supplies or warriors. This could be just the turn of luck we've been looking for. Treat the orc scouts well, and tell your men not to interfere with them, or you'll be responsible for them being dead and all. Bill. So it looks like a letter from Bill Fernie to the bandit leader.
What do you need?
More ill news. Orc men, could this be? This letter says it plainly enough. Sharky has a legion of half-orcs loyal to him that he is sending to Andrath. I have doomed my men. Let's see, Saradan's shoulder pads are definitely much better than Atlas. That's the one we're going to go with.
Can I speak with you a moment?
Let's increase the font a little. The Vale of Andrath. The Vale of Andrath is Breland's gateway to the south. The South Downs, Dunland, Isengard, the Gap of Rohan, all would be closed to Breland if the brigands are not hindered. It is clear that Sharky is no mere brigand leader. He has employed half-breeds to fill his ranks, a wholly depraved act. I sent my men to watch the ruins at Andrath, in fear they may now be prisoners, or worse. Please head south beyond the Greenway Crossing, further beyond the shadow of the Barrows, and seek my scouts, Oakdale and Brittleleaf. Hopefully they will have found a place close to the ruins, likely on the eastern side. Be swift, for I fear the worst, and bring caution with you. That's likely to be a bad place. So, find and speak to his scouts. We will definitely do that. We are going to stop there. It looks like we've got another quest down there with Watcher Rose Canes. As you see, all these things open up other quests as you go along, other quest lines. We are going to call it quits there and make an episode out of this. So, thank y'all for coming along. Gnomadan thanks you too. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. Next time we will travel down into the Vale of Andrath, I believe, and see if we can get down there and talk to his scouts. And we'll see when we get that accomplished. Next up will be later tonight or early in tomorrow morning. We've got there's a new update coming. So we will have a downtime tomorrow from, I think, 8 to 10, 8 to 12. I'll have to take a look and see exactly. But we'll be down tomorrow morning at least, possibly into the afternoon hours. Possibly up early. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I'll try and get another Narwhal up tonight or tomorrow. Get it recorded tonight or tomorrow before the update and get it up tomorrow. And that way I will have all three of them will have an adventure since I've come back from my vacation and before we have to go back to work. So we'll see y'all next time. As I said, thank y'all for coming and we will see you then. Bye-bye.